Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Buenos días, bienvenidos. My name is Vanessa Calderon Rosado, Chief Executive Officer of IBA, Inquilinos Boricuas en Acción. And thank you so much for joining us this morning in this truly significant occasion. It's wonderful to see so many friends, partners, community leaders, and also residents gather here as we celebrate this remarkable milestone for IBA and our beloved community of Villa Victoria and the South End. Let me first start by saying thank you to our mayor, Mayor Michelle Wu, for joining us this morning and also for making this project a priority within her administration and for championing so many important causes across the city, but more importantly, affordable housing, and caring so much for the issues that impact our communities. I also want to recognize and thank our wonderful and such a strong advocate of the community, our wonderful representative, John Moran, who's here this morning, and also Haley Dillon representing our Senator Nick Collins. Thank you. Thank you for coming both. I also want to thank, before we get the program going, our team, the team at IBA. Please raise your hand, IBA team, and look around. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Under the leadership of our COO, Mayra Negron Roche, who led this project. Thank you. Thank you, Mayra. Thank you, IBA team. And also the Maloney Properties team. Please raise your hand. Thank you so much, Maloney. And to our resident services team that works so closely with our residents here. Where is the resident services team? Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Today is a meaningful day for IBA as the West Newton Rutland apartments come full circle. In 1977, we renovated these units behind us as a turnkey developer for the Boston Housing Authority. And now, we stand here in front of it as proud owners and stewards of this property. Today, we cut the ribbon on 146 preserved, renovated units of affordable housing, a vision that we have worked tirelessly towards since 2015. It has been a journey marked by dedication, collaboration, and an unbreakable commitment to affordable housing for our cherished residents who call these apartments home. As we face unknown impacts on the national election and on our communities most at risk, it is important to take note of the steadfast commitment by all of the partners involved in these projects for almost 10 years, if you think about it. It was a long time of envisioning, planning, designing, persevering through every challenge, including the first pandemic in over 100 years. So think about that. Truly resilient. Today is a testament to the strength of every partner, the residents, the mayor, the Boston Housing Authority, Mass Housing, Wells Fargo, HUD, Davis Square Architects, Built Right, and Maloney Properties in preserving affordable housing in the city, a city that has seen rents skyrocketing in that same period of time. The rehab and renovations that we undertook addressed important capital needs of the property. They included upgrades in the areas of life safety, accessibility, ventilation, energy efficiency, and interior spaces, while also restoring the building's original historic character and making a better use of the limited outdoor spaces. As part of the project, 8 units were renovated to be fully accessible units. More specifically, the project included exterior masonry repairs, new windows, exterior doors, roofs, electric HVAC systems, new and upgraded fire alarm and sprinkler systems, and in the interior, many units' kitchens, bathrooms, and floors were upgraded and replaced. To our residents and to our partners, Mayor Wu, the BHA officials, and the VHA administrator, Kenzie Buck, who will be here a little bit later today. And also Jennifer Crampton from Wells Fargo, who's here today, our investor partner. Thank you, Jen. I know you're here somewhere. There you are. Thank you, Jennifer. And Richard from Wells Fargo. Also, Mass Housing, who was our bond underwriter, represented here today by Kyle Glennon. Thank you, Kyle, for being here. The Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities, HUD, and the Mass Historic Commission, among others. Alongside our partners and consultants, Nina Schwalschild, who I know she's here, Peter Monkenbeck, Cecil Andrews. I mean, it took a village. It took una villa to develop redevelop these apartments. I want to say to all of you today, thank you for your faith in this project. This achievement belongs to all of us, especially our residents. And we stand here today just marking this amazing renovation. Let this project be a reminder that when we come together with shared purpose, we can achieve something truly transformative. We know that a safe, affordable home is more than just a shelter. It is the foundation for health, education, and economic opportunity and stability. It's a place where children can learn, parents can work toward their dreams, and where communities can thrive and grow. So to our residents, thank you for your patience and resilience throughout this process. This moment is for you and for your families and for the generations that will live, grow, and thrive in these homes. Now, before we cut the ribbon, please help me welcome a true champion for affordable housing in the city, among so many other things. Please help me welcome our dear Mayor, Mayor Michelle Wu. Thank you for being here.
Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. I am so excited to be here, so excited, in fact, that I actually am double booked, so shouldn't be here. But when I heard from my team that there was a conflict and I couldn't make it, I said I'm going to stop by no matter what it takes. So I'm sorry I'm running on such a short time window to be able to be where I was actually supposed to be. This project is just of such a scale and impact and also such a journey that I couldn't miss being here to celebrate and thank everyone who was involved. So to all of our guests up here who have worked so hard, to our elected officials and team members, and most of all to the residents and community members here in the South End and with IBA, thank you for believing in the importance of affordable housing. Thank you for investing in the importance of community. And thank you for being relentless in making sure that this project would move forward. I'm going to switch spaces in a little bit with Kenzie Buck because she's at a housing panel this morning on affordability, and she will be here to represent and to continue the thanks, because this is a very important partnership that's made it possible for the Boston Housing Authority to see a growth and maintenance of the affordable housing units in our city. Housing affordability is the top issue for our residents. Every generation, every geography, and we see and feel the impacts of it so intensely. As Vanessa said, it's not just about where you walk into at night and have a safe and warm place to be. It's the decisions and the mental and emotional health that you have in raising your family when you already are trying to do everything to save, to cut down on grocery costs, to try to make ends meet, and yet this top cost is still making it feel like it's impossible to stay in the communities that you have helped build. That is something that is really about the fundamental existence of our city and who the city of Boston is for. We are doing everything we can on the city side to try to use every resource we have to get more affordable housing into the pipeline. Over the last several years, under Chief Sheila Dillon, our housing chief, and Administrator Kenzie Buck, we have permitted more affordable housing units than in a generation, more in the last 25 years. But those are still needing to be built and financed and constructed, and that takes time. In the meantime, we cannot lose the affordable housing units that we have in every neighborhood. And so this project especially is an example of how important preservation is. Not only are these units critical in a neighborhood that fought for housing affordability and really represents a community to come together of full diversity and every walk of life, but there were units in here that, because they were old, of such an age, and the building was starting to go, there were many units in here that were not livable. They were gotten to the point where it wasn't healthy or safe for people to be in them, and were just therefore sitting vacant. So this partnership with EVA made it possible for those units to be fully renovated and brought back online, as well as, you heard, the improvements for accessibility so that we can truly be a home for everyone. This took many, many people, so I want to thank again EVA, the entire team, Boston Housing Authority. I know several team members are already here, even before our administrator arrives. I also want to shout out the Franklin Square Neighborhood Association, the Ellis South End Neighborhood Association, all of the funders and partners as well, Wells Fargo Community Lending and Investment, and of course, just the steadfast leadership of Vanessa, who cannot be stopped in anything that she decides to do. Thank you to the members of my team as well. I want to just give a shout out. Where's Sarah? Sarah is our South End liaison from Office of Neighborhood Services, Sarah Sharp. So thanks for always being here to troubleshoot and to think about any issue, big and small, in the neighborhood as well. So under this creative arrangement, these 146 units will continue to be on land that is owned by BHA, but the properties EBA will maintain in perpetuity as affordable units for residents to be able to put down their roots and not have any worries about housing costs. The funding that came from Mass Housing, Wells Fargo, and state and federal partners made it possible for the badly needed renovations to happen. Repairs to the facade, new roofs, doors, windows, and critical upgrades for fire safety and accessibility. So we know all that EBA does. It goes way beyond housing. So this is one very important part of the work to build whole, healthy, happy communities. And we at the City of Boston are going to be there to support everything that you do in making our city a home for everyone. So most of all, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Given that the mayor has to go, why don't we proceed with the ribbon cutting, and then I would love you to hear from other guests today, okay? So let's just rearrange the program a little. We can do that. Let's pivot. Thank you so much, Mayor Wu, for stopping by. Means a lot to us, because this is a very important project. Thank you, and now I would love to introduce you to one of our residents. We have several residents here this morning, and we want to introduce you now to Rosa Gonzalez. Rosa not only is a resident of West Newton Rutland Apartments, but she's also a very active leader in the community. For the past year, Rosa has engaged with EBA as a resident ambassador, and in this role, she uses her leadership skills to engage other residents and to volunteer in many community events. So, and you just saw her cutting the ribbon for our new West Newton Rutland Apartments. So please help me welcome Rosa Gonzalez.
Good morning, everyone. I won't stay long because it is cold. My name is Rosa Gonzalez, and I have the pleasure of living in West Newton for the past going on 15 years. And I want to express my gratitude to the transition to Boston Housing to EBA. I felt happy and valued in my home. Being a part of EBA has opened the doors for me to discover wonderful services they offer, such as this resident service program, connecting me to the community, to people, to the greatness of the women and the men that I worked with at IBA. I feel like I'm a part of a big family in this community, and I'm also honored to be part of the Ambassadors Program that offers here for our residents. And if any residents are interested, just come by and take a hit at it, and you'll love it. It also has opened up bridges for the residents and IBA that trust. I'm fortunate to live in the community that respects me and values me and cares about the quality and the support of my environment, which is the safety, and we're great, and the renovations have been amazing. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my experience, and God bless, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Let me hear it harder, stronger, louder for Rosa, yes. And for our residents, because this is really for all of you, our residents. So thank you, Rosa. And I want to make sure that as we close, we will have additional BHA staff coming with its administrator, Kenzie in a minute, because as the mayor says, she's at this panel with at the Boston Foundation that is talking precisely about housing. It's the Greater Boston Housing Report Card that they issue every year. So we will hear from her when she arrives. But for now, I again want to thank everyone. Cliff, I had not seen you. Thank you for being here. From Davis Square Architects, thank you so much. Thank you, Mass Housing, Maloney, the Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities, Wells Fargo, so HUD and the Mass Historic Commission, because it took a true village and in terms of financing the renovation of these properties. And I want to thank, speaking of financing, our CFO, Amanda Pelcher, somewhere in here, there she is, who helped manage that brain damage. No, it's not brain damage, of course not. But who helped manage the complexities of the financing of this property. So thank you so much. So now, without any further ado, I want to introduce someone that is really important for not only IBA and the community of Villa Victoria and our residents, but for me. Someone that is more than, colleague, but someone that I really trust, and that working with her for the past almost 22 years has been truly a blessing, and who is a real partner for me in the work that we do at IBA. When people talk about my leadership, I truly appreciate that, but remember that one person cannot do it alone. It requires a good team behind that person to really accomplish a lot of things. And I'm really blessed to have a leader within that team to support the work that I do, my vision, and my crazy ideas. So please help me welcome Mayra Negron Roche, IBA's Chief Operating Officer.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mayra Negron Roche. I am IBA Chief Operating Officer. As we come to close this celebration, celebration for the West Newton Rutland apartment, I want to take a moment for us to reflect about the significance of this celebration. This has been a decade-long of journey defined by persistence and unwavering commitment of the Southern community. Addressing challenges like this magnitude, requires more than an effort for a single organization. It calls for partnerships like West Fargo, the City of Boston, Boston Housing Authority, Maloney Properties, and so forth, and Mass Housing. We have to be united, efforts between IBA and all of us, and the city, Mass Housing, West Fargo, in the city of Boston, together we have demonstrated a possible that combines resources and share experience and prioritize the needs of the community, what it means. We all must continue pushing for more of this partnership and this collaboration. More resources, more opportunities to bring an inclusive, affordable Boston for all. Affordable housing is more than a roof over someone's head. It's security, it's a stable foundation where children can strive, where families can build their future brightness. It's an investment in people, it's investment in our community, it's an investment of equity economy. When we prioritize housing, we uplift everyone. To our partners, the City of Boston, again, I'm gonna keep repeating myself, the City of Boston, Boston Housing, Mass Housing, Boston Housing Authority, West Fargo, and Maloney Property, DSK, all the team at Eva, Amanda, Jason, Nina, that is part of us, that work closely working in this project. Thank you so much. We couldn't do it without you guys. And thank you for standing with us and also for trusting our leadership in continue to build more affordable housing for the city of Boston. And thank you for believing on us, believing in our project, and also for helping us to make this a reality. Thank you so much, and this concludes the program.
Have some coffee. And we are not going to have tours of the units, but in the program there are photos of some of the renovations of the units, so you can have a sense of the great work that happened here. Thank you again for coming. Have a wonderful day, everyone. We mentioned, the mayor mentioned, I also mentioned that the administrator of the Boston Housing Authority, Kenzie was at the panel this morning, and she just arrived from the panel. So we are so happy and grateful that you have run basically here, Kenzie. We have praised your work as an administrator and the work of the BHA. We are so happy to be your partner in this, partner in perpetuity between EBA and the BHA, and we would love to hear from you. I know you just take a deep breath because I know you were running, but please help me welcome the administrator of the Boston Housing Authority, Kenzie Bach.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Vanessa, and thank you so much to EBA. I'm sorry to show up at the 11th hour here, trying to be in multiple places at once, but it's so important to me to be here. You know, it really is a very precious partnership to us, between us and EBA. I don't know if this was shared earlier, but EBA was actually part of building the BHA units here at the site when we first began having Boston Housing Authority units in this neighborhood. And so really our partnership has been like completely intertwined from the beginning of this community. And we have so many residents of ours who are now EBA residents here, residents of ours at the Torrey Unidad building across the way, residents of Via Victoria who all together participate in community activities, and really this organization anchors the sense of community in this place so much, and we're so proud, and to have that kind of historic Latino and Puerto Rican leadership in the community, to me, it's like the heart of the South End, and so it really does mean a lot for that partnership to be one that is in perpetuity, where we get to continue together to steward these units for so many years to come. I will also just say that I grew up in Bay Village, which is not very far from here, and is a similar kind of townhouse condition. And for me, I just think, there's a lot of people who associate brick townhouses in Boston with kind of fancy, expensive parts of town. But actually, the brick townhouses of the South End have been a way that a really mixed, varied income and racial coalition of people have lived in this neighborhood literally for centuries. And so it just means so much to have our shared BHA, IBA residents living here for a long, long time to come. And I'm just so grateful to Vanessa and Myra and everybody's leadership here at IBA. So thank you for giving me a few minutes to speak. And thank you to everyone. I just see so many people part of the IBA team out here and also our BHA team. This partnership was initiated, this latest West Newton Rutland partnership was initiated before I became administrator. So shout out also to my predecessors, Kate Bennett and Bill McGonigal. But it's something that I'm very proud to continue on. So thank you.